Hi, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts, Ash and JD. So, new year, new us.
Yeah.
You're starting off your diet with a Red Thunder.
Yeah, it's it's the Audi edition. And now we had a quick chat before the podcast, and I says I could. Someone's job in Audi is when when someone was like, we've got a Red Bull, but we can't call it Red Bull. What do we call it? And someone's went Red Thunder. Someone's job is to name these as close as enough possible so you understand what it is, but without being sued.
Yeah,
And I reckon I could do that job. I mean, they're called penguin seals, don't they? As we said before,
yeah,
and stuff like that.
because some chocolate and confectionery and that has been renamed over the years in general anyway. So marathons became Snickers, Opal Fruits went to Starburst, but yeah, you've got the general ones that the Aldi oils do. You got your Titans.
Yeah.
I'm just drawing a
Titans
blank.
got jives as well,
Yeah,
which is the
Jives,
Twix.
which is a Twix.
Which we spoke about before because we never understood how a jive would be a Twix. What's the
Maybe is it
reference?
because it takes two to jive?
Maybe. It could be. I mean, anything's possible
I mean,
without it.
Jive's like an old dance
Yeah.
sort of thing, like back in the Grease days and shit. So that's why it just come to my
Yeah.
mind.
But say right. Say I didn't have a Red Thunder and I went to you, mate. I've got no idea. It's basically a monster, but we can't call it a monster. What are you gonna call that energy drink, mate?
Animal.
It's honestly, you call it like something like beast. Do you
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? It's just something
yeah,
so you know what it is by just looking at it. You know what it's meant to be and what it's meant to taste like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because so like Prime, the KSI Logan Paul's drink, which isn't even as good as it was always
How
hyped up to
was
be.
that? Was you know what? We should have probably done that on the end of the year one. Was the most hyped product ever?
I feel like it was, to be fair. Uh, but yeah, it just. I mean, I tried the two flavors, the red one and the green.
Yeah, same here.
The red was okay. Uh, the green again, like
Yeah,
it's not drinks that I'd walk into the shop, like apart from just because of the price anyway. But I wouldn't go, oh yeah, I'll have that.
no.
I'll tell you what I had fucking for the first time like in probably years the other day. Oasis summer fruits, and like
Perfect in the summer.
as soon as I just like started sipping it, I was like, oh, this is a bad boy.
Yeah.
This is like, miss them days. Um,
Oasis is the perfect drink. You know, sometimes you have a drink, but you don't want a fizzy drink. Like I
it,
don't know. I don't know how much drink like pop you drink,
Well,
but
it is more of that style where like your cordials or your
yeah,
soft ones. I don't really have many fizzy drinks
yeah.
unless it's got a bit of alcohol, a bit of vodka or Jack Daniels or
Mm,
something. Then no, I don't really do that. But
that's the
yeah,
go-to when you
Oasis, nice
yeah.
man. Yeah. Um, so yeah, if we was gonna do an Aldi version of Prime, then I suppose Transform because
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
Optimus because like you see Prime, Optimus
yeah.
Prime.
Or
So
Bumblebee.
yeah,
Bumble.
but then some people might get confused because that's a dating app, isn't it?
Mm,
Allegedly, I don't
yeah,
know. Not in any of these things.
no.
Married.
What about an Oasis then? It'd
Uh,
be something like Laguna or Resort, wouldn't it, or
yeah,
something
or
like
like
that?
tropical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah,
There we go. See, someone's job is that someone's got to go. That's what we're gonna call that.
yeah. Uh, Lucasade. I'd go for Energize.
Energize.
Yeah, because that's what it is, and it
Yeah.
not the like the Lucasade Sports. So it'd be Energize.
Mm,
Otherwise, normal Lucasade. See again, like Lucasade Original. Never been a fan of that.
nah, I will never forgive Lucasade. No, Lucasade Orange, full sugar.
That's all right.
We no, but I'm going full sugar.
Mm,
So I don't know when they got rid of it. Maybe 2015. And the other flavour, the cherry. Is it cherry or apple? No, cherry.
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever had that one.
So Lucasade Orange when full sugar, not before the half. This bollocks.
Mm.
I never get that. Like, just have a variation of it. If you
It's
Just pay
because
the-
of tax reasons as
just
well, isn't it?
to do with McDonald's, you pay an extra 10p or 20
Mm.
pence. Just charge an extra 20 pence for the people that want it.
Yeah.
I'd never forgive them for changing that recipe, just cutting all the sugar out of it because it just doesn't hit the same.
It was the same as Sunny D back in the day as well.
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
They dropped all the crap out of that, and it just never hit the
No.
same.
No, because there was nothing better on a Sunday. You know, lazy Sunday.
Mm.
Go to Tesco, whack that bad boy in the fridge. You have your dinner. Well, takeaway. Scrun your takeaway. Lucasade. Bang. It
Mm.
used to hit, man. Yeah, they should do that. They should bring an option where you just pay a bit more for it.
As far as I know, it was mainly because of tax
Yeah.
reasons, just so they could save, make more profit off of saving money
Yeah.
on the sugar tax, essentially.
Load of bollocks, isn't it?
It is, to be fair, yeah.
I always wanted to go to New York just because there's one restaurant there that makes Coca-Cola the old-fashioned way still. Now,
Mm.
not with cocaine, but you know, yeah,
I know.
yeah. But
Yeah,
the one where it's water and they put the powder in and the stirring.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, I've always there's a I forgot what it's called now, but it's like a little. It looks like a little 60s or 50s diner. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's an old school retro diner,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. I suppose they do the what's it called now? Is it, when they put the ice cream on the top of it,
Ah,
something floats, is it?
yeah. You know what else I want to try? What? Even though I keep saying it's called a biscuit. They have it.
Yeah, it's like a scone for us.
Scone, yeah.
Yeah,
But I want
or
to try it.
scone, as some people
'Cause you
call
know, scone.
it. But yeah, it's mad, like, because it's not a biscuit
No, it's a
to
scone.
us.
It's a
Like
cake.
biscuit, what it is, it's a cake, isn't it? But a biscuit for us is what all Americans class as cookies, and it like a bourbon
Mhm.
cream, custard cream, a Jaffa cake, anything is a cookie to them. Oreos, cookies, like, but
it-
for us, it's a biscuit.
It's hard to believe that most Americans never had a chocolate hobnob. They've just never lived really.
Have you
Honestly,
seen any of them videos?
I have
where
seen
they
them.
do it?
All of chocolate hobnobs.
Yeah, the hobnobs. I know there was the one geezer. Like they were like, yeah, you got to make a cup of tea, and so he gets a mug of water, puts it in the microwave for like 2 minutes to boil the water in the microwave, and then he just puts the tea bag in and like just fucking like tries to drink it like that, and everyone all on the comments were like, no, you need a kettle. It's
Yeah.
like, what's a kettle?
Because
I'm so confused.
most Americans don't have kettles, especially electric kettles that have the gas hob ones.
Yeah, but again, most of them that I do see, they'll just put a saucepan with some water in on the hob and just boil it that way. But it's like,
I mean, they're not
that's so-
missing much because
No,
tea's
you-
overrated.
Right, I'll have a sip of this tea now.
Uh,
But
I think that's you know what it was about overrated stuff. I think tea's overrated. I mean, I don't know. And as I said before, the worst thing about tea is people don't like making tea. Oh, gonna make us a tea.
No, but that's the majority of
And then
shit
when
people.
someone makes you the tea and it's not to your standard, the cow's on strike or some of that bollocks. Remember that?
Well, yeah, again, in general, because that's what a lot of people are like. I just like a little splash of milk in mine, just to take the little edge off. Because again, with coffee, I can drink that with or without milk. To be fair, sometimes I'll have the tea without milk, especially if the milk's gone off.
That's just hot water, mate.
It's not though, because
It's
it's got the
literally-
tea bag in it.
That tea does that. Honestly,
Look,
the tea bag does nothing. The tea bag just gives it more of a.
it
It's
adds
not, it's not
flavour.
even.
It does, because
No.
again, what most people do, they'll just give it like 3 little dunks, a quick swirl with the spoon, and then they'll put the milk in, and then that's it. But no, you got to leave the tea bag in to stew. Leave it in.
Yeah,
if
to
it's,
marinate.
If it's less than 60 seconds, it's not a cup of tea.
You know, I don't drink tea, but my mum likes my teas. I don't
Yeah,
know why. And
yours are alright, to be
she-
fair.
See, that's what I mean. You get graded on doing teas. It's not right. It's just a tea.
Not
It's
just a
just. honestly, I know there's people here that agree with me with this bollocks.
It's
like-
because there is an art to making it, and it's not like with your
No.
instant coffee where you just put the powder in, sugar if you have sugar and milk, and then the hot water. Doesn't matter what order you
But-
do that with the coffee.
Well, I would disagree with that because when you go to Costco and you ask,
No, that's why I said
yeah,
instant coffee.
okay, right,
Not the proper
Yeah.
barista
But
doing
when
it.
you go to Costa and you
Mm.
ask them, Costa's a coffee shop, by the way, for anyone that I suppose I don't know
Yeah,
if
Costa's
it's
in America, isn't
is
it?
it. I don't know. I think it's just Starbucks and any no, because I think Costa's more of a European brand. Anyway, it's a
Oh,
coffee shop like Starbucks. Anyway, so when the barista makes it, and they do have you seen when they do the tea? Get the kettle, wackling tea bag, put it on the side. There you
yeah.
go. Not hard in that, mate.
Well, no, and I didn't
And you have to
say.
put your own splash of milk in that.
Yeah, and
Tell
that's
me,
why. But to be fair, who goes to a coffee shop and orders a tea?
I've seen it quite a few times.
Them people are
One
fucking
time they
monks.
asked if they can put their own milk in, and one time the lady asked to ask because you have to ask them when's enough. And the one's like, yeah, yeah, whoa, look, like, you know what I mean? It's just awkward, just for, and
Yeah,
then
it is. But that's why, like, especially like in hotels, you get the little carton of
yeah,
milk.
yeah.
That's enough. That is just one of those because that's what that's designed for.
Mm.
One little carton is enough for your cup of tea. So that's fine for me. That is.
Also, have you ever went to a hotel? You know when you see like the mini fridge.
Mm.
Have you ever had anything? Because the prices of them are just
I haven't
horrendous.
done no. I don't know where I was now, but I remember opening up one, looking at the stuff, and
Yeah,
nothing appetised me anyway. There was like a
yeah,
bag of Skittles, like bottles of water, and it was some shit beer anyway.
yeah,
Nothing that I would have drank. So I was like, yeah, I definitely ain't gonna grab any of this stuff
yeah.
anyway.
I mean, I suppose everyone knows this, but when you go abroad, when you see the geezer, the pop man, the one who does your fridge, your mini fridge,
Yeah.
especially when you go to the Caribbean that way, because it's different when you go to Europe. But when you go to like the Caribbean, you have someone that changes all your alcohol for it because you get like brandy, whiskey, and I'm sure it might be vodka, it might be bourbon, I might be wrong, but you definitely get vodka. And, no, sorry, you definitely get whiskey, and I'm sure bourbon,
Hmm.
and you can drink all that free. It's free. You get 3 bottles in your room. As soon as that gets
Oh.
empty, it gets replaced. But they also give you like shitloads of bottles of water, and I'm always getting Pepsi and 7 Up. So when the pop man come, or the alcohol man, whatever you want to call him, he refilled it, and I was like, oh yeah, I gave him $10. The next day, stacked,
Yeah.
absolutely stacked. Took some off.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? Especially like in those countries like Mexico and that,
Mm.
you're better off giving a big tip to
Oh,
the first server, and then they'll look after you the whole holiday. Then.
honestly, no matter where you are in the world, I have one rule: on the night time when they have like like the singers on stage and all the
Mm.
like the players on the go, whatever the comedy acts. As soon as I go to the bar, straight up, you work here or doing the full week? Yeah, yeah. €20, $20, whatever.
Yeah, whatever the
Get sorted
country's
out.
currency is.
The rest of them get these fucking plastic cups. There's me with my glass, and everyone's asking me where I got it from. Where you going with me? Doing shots with him.
Mm.
Honestly, yeah. It pays. I mean, you're getting. I know you're getting it for free, but I'd have to. Honestly, there was a queue like 6, 7 people deep. Sees me, nods,
Yeah.
puts it on the side, points at it, get it, sit down. Done, mate.
Well, that's it. That's a part of the parcel, really. It's how you need it to be, especially with a holiday.
Yeah. I do like how we went from Audi, Red Thunder to fucking beers on holiday.
God, I'll tell you what, I can't wait to have a couple of beers in a bit, man. Fucking got some desperados.
Mm.
Yeah, man. But I mean, talking about beers and that's not really keeping in theme with the new diet, is it?
No,
So
no.
yeah, I'm not on a diet, but you're about to get started on one.
Yeah, so
Mm.
I'm on the obviously I think it was the last week of the last episode before last we spoke
Yeah.
about New Year's revolutions, and I said I want to get a bit more in shape. So yeah, I start an 8 week challenge from the 15th of January. And yeah, I've done a week before because I spoke to the geezer I'm doing it with, the PT, and I said I want to keep my
Physical
Monday.
trainer.
Yeah, yeah. I want to keep my Monday to Friday as simple as possible. Obviously,
Mhm.
with having a newborn. And I told him while I was having, he said it's not too bad. It's just normally I don't like most people after dinner. I would just tank the cupboards, and obviously you're tanking just to sleep, so you're not going to burn it off. So I've stopped that. We've made a few amendments, changed a few things. He gave me a recipe for overnight oats, and yeah, and I weighed myself. I was 217 Monday morning. I'm currently 213.5
So 217.
pounds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
know that. Sorry,
Yeah.
people at home are thinking fat
Yeah.
bastards. So I was that the last time I weighed myself. I haven't weighed myself for ages, to be
Mm.
fair. But you are about 3 foot taller than me, so that's the difference, isn't it? Really. He's not. He's like, well, what are you? 6'2"?
No, no, I'm not. No, it is 6'2". I think I'm 6 foot without trainers.
Well, I'm 5'9".
So yeah, it's probably about right, then, any. I've never ever actually got myself, as you could measured, I suppose.
Well, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
measured. Not that way, anyway. But yeah, but the one time I did do, it's one of those ones, where it sticks to the wall, but it didn't go all the way to the floor. So he's just like, it just guessed. Like, and he was saying I was 5'10", and I was like, Dad, I'm taller than 5'10". My mate's in the army, I'm taller than him. Obviously, because he has to have a medical every 6 or 12 months. And
Yeah.
he was like, hey, you're 5'10". All right, son. So I went to spoke to our mate Keith, who's been in the army. I was like, yeah, I'm 5'10". He was like, you ain't 5'10". I was like, mate, I'm 5'10". And he was like, got his army card out, 5'10". Yeah, yeah. You
Army
get what
card
I
or
mean, though,
postcode
where
card?
it's stuck on the wall, but it doesn't go all the way to the floor. Like
Yeah,
it
because
starts off like 2 foot, so it's just someone's measured 2 foot and either measured it wrong or correctly.
yeah,
You know.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah. Some people just shouldn't be doing any work really if they're just going to guess stuff like
Mm,
that. I mean, I can roughly gauge a measurement by eye, but still, you got to get that tape measure out, and measure
yeah,
it properly, kid.
that's it.
You measure twice, cut once.
Yeah,
That's always the way.
it's always not. It's
Some,
always good to know the length of things, anyway.
yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
So the diet, you're going to have a strict meal plan.
So it's normally weekends where I fall off after work and weekends. So I've got this weekend sorted as such. Steak tonight. Some healthy food tomorrow. I'm having a cheat meal, not a cheat day though, on Sunday. So Sunday I'm gonna have a cheat meal.
So the cheat meal, though, is that going to be one of the Mrs. Famous roast dinners?
No, 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 no. I
Ah,
can't. Honestly, it's too much.
you can just have a
No,
smaller portion. I know
no,
you
I
don't want
can't.
to, but you can.
I suppose there's people out there that's like me. If there's food on a plate, I've got a scranny.
Yeah,
It's like if
but
there's picky bits, like
you can just have less put on the plate, is what I'm saying.
nah, I can't. It wouldn't feel the same. I feel like I'm being cheated out or something. But nah. So cheat meal Sunday, and then proper get onto it. I'm waiting for him to send me over the routine, like my fitness routine in terms of what to do in the gym and
Mhm.
any amendments to the diet plan because he hasn't sent me the weekend ones yet. I
Mm.
did say to him I need something different for the week and I don't want it to be the same throughout the week. Yeah, so I keep you all posted. Hopefully, I don't know what to aim for though because if it's 213.5 now, I'm guessing maybe 200 or is that's over a stone, now, isn't it? A stone in 8 weeks.
I mean, do you know what you was like before when you felt
Yeah.
that you was in the best shape that
Oh
you was?
no, 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 because it was no. It's hard to say because obviously muscle weighs a bit more, and
Mm.
then when you take that into the times where I was playing football 3 times a week, so maybe a good average in between. So I don't know weight wise really what that would be. I don't know. Do you reckon that's too much to lose an extra £13 in 8 weeks?
In
I've
8 weeks, that's looking.
con-
That's a lot to get off. That is
con-
definitely.
considering that it was 217 Monday morning, and now I'm 213.5 as of this morning, Friday. So what's that, £3.5? Was that then? I was off.
Mm.
Quick maths. Yeah. So that's £3.5 in 5 days. But that
But
might be a
obviously,
lot of
after a
ball
couple
away.
of weeks,
Yeah.
your body gets used to what you're doing, so it takes
Mm.
longer to get rid of the weight.
It'd be interesting to see because I do eat shit on the weekend. So if I can have a clean weekend, I know I'm said about a cheat meal, but a clean as possible weekend as I want to have to
Mm.
see how much I can drop off from that. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Just having a kid and everything like that. So yeah, looking forward to it actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't started on my ones yet though. My piano or my.
but you got to get a piano or keyboard
I,
first, haven't
I
you?
could get a keyboard like after the podcast, but I just haven't got time. I think once work settles down, I could learn Italian because you've been to our work and it's quiet, and I can stand there for like 2 or 3 hours a day, so should be fluent in Italian in no time at that rate.
With that, that's easy enough anyway, because you don't listen to as many podcasts or anything as what I do. So you can easily get that. Was it Duolingo or something? It's
Oh
one of the
yeah,
apps anyway,
yeah,
so you can easily get that
yeah.
and just listen to it and fucking interact with it however it
Uh,
needs to be done. Otherwise, yeah, piano, you literally there's only one way to do it.
yeah.
I know there's the apps that you probably wouldn't really want to use on your phone because it's small, but
Nah,
it's a
yeah,
piano on it,
you
and
have to get that touch sensation. You have
yeah,
to
you gotta
feel it
feel
out.
the keys,
That's it.
you know, feel the old ivory.
I think I want to learn the Interstellar song first. You know you know,
Interstellar.
dum 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 dum. I'm not gonna. And
That
then
didn't help fucking
yeah,
whatsoever.
but yeah. So like the Interstellar theme, like it's fucking good beat. And then I want to learn Kanye West Runaway. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
the
I
first couple of keys are pretty easy, and I've
yeah,
learned that before.
yeah. I remember
So
we was doing that years ago.
yeah,
I, I can't think. Was it Tubular Bells? Uh, there was a few that I knew well, basically when we was in school and that from doing music lesson. That
yeah.
I remember. I knew that. I wouldn't have a fucking clue now.
I remember the Titanic one was like, and I remember C C C C B C. It was something like that.
Yeah, it was literally just.
It was something. It might have been
It,
not C to D, but it might be B to C or whatever it was. But it
yeah,
was
I remember. Yeah, it was
that
just
was
you
pretty
could just
simple.
one finger
Yeah.
it. Because that's what I like. It is like you can get the gist of the song with just one hand by pressing
Mm,
individual keys, but then it gets more complicated then when you got to use your other hand
yeah.
to do the chords as well. So
Well.
yeah, it's just a matter of getting your dexterity right, isn't it? Getting all that finger action sorted out. Don't forget your hand exercises.
Yeah.
You know, you got a few different ones that you can do. So,
Oh.
yeah, so well, I'm not planning on doing any dieting anyway. I'll just carry on. I'll I think I'll do well less shit eating during the week essentially because with the intermittent fasting, I just it's just less eating basically because
Yeah.
I'm doing it in an 8 hour block. I'm not eating at any time of the day once I did
Yeah.
start feeling hungry. Um, Now, at one point when I was doing it, I literally was just having, uh, like scrambled egg and some sausages as dinner on the night. So, it was filling, but there wasn't
Yeah.
many calories in that to it. There was even one period I did over 36 hours of a throughout fast. Um, and it was literally the first time I ate at the end of that was breakfast at the airport before going to Poland. Um, so I'm probably going to do a couple more of them like day and a half fasts and just during the week get back to doing some of the filling but smaller
Mm.
calorie meals just to get back into it a bit more so stock up on the Bovril cubes because it it's mad even though it's essentially as most people see it as like yourself it's just drinking a cup of gravy but because it tastes of beef a lot of people which I can't do it because it's too expensive but they'll just swig on bone broth so your beef bone broth
Yeah.
or chicken bone broth um, because you're getting the taste of a meal essentially it tricks the
Mm.
brain to trick the body to think that you're having something because I've done it where you're drinking a lot of water and that which I do still drink a lot in my fasting hours of water as well as tea and coffee because it helps you feel a bit full but yeah I ain't gonna do all this fucking constant drinking water because just water alone isn't enough anyway especially because I'll drink the filtered water you don't want to drink the tap water direct because it's full of crap, and bottled water is too expensive to buy all the time. There's not enough minerals in our day-to-day water to just do a natural fast from. So all these people that do it that way are rich basically because they're paying for it or they're paying for the
Yeah.
supplements to do it that way, and we can't afford that stuff. So yeah, if I just get back onto that really, I do need to buy myself and say I haven't done it for I don't know, probably about 2 months now, I reckon.
Yeah.
And then I no doubt I would have put a bit on over the Christmas period because
Everyone does.
yeah, and
It's
it's
too many
just
biscuits.
to be fair, I didn't really have that many biscuits, but it's just the snacking, more alcohol than
Yeah.
normal, kind of.
I absolutely tanked it. Like honestly, it's. Do you know when you have McDonald's? I know you don't.
Not often, but yeah,
Yeah. So all right. Do you know when you have a takeaway? Do you feel hungry after? Not
it,
straight
it
away.
depends on what
Yeah.
takeaway I've had.
So
So with McDonald's, yeah,
yes, and I find it with Chinese. Like an
uh,
hour after, I'm hungry
again,
again.
it depends on what I've had. But normally, if I have a Chinese, I'll just get like a chicken or a beef curry,
Mm.
no peas and onions because I don't like raw onions, especially cut massive like that. Fucking no, and peas are just dead. Um, and then egg fried rice, I'll have that as a portion to myself. Uh, and then depending on how hungry I am, I'll have some
Mm.
chips on the side and that as well. Prawn crackers, I can have a whole bag for myself. I probably won't eat all of them, but then they're a nice snack for the next day as well,
Yeah.
as long as they're fresh when you've got them delivered. Because you can tell sometimes when they're a bit
I know what you're
stale, the
saying.
prawn
Yeah.
crackers, and you're like, fucking hell, I've got to have them all today now. So, yeah, if it's that, then I'm all right. But if I have like chow mein and like ribs and other smaller portions of stuff, then I can feel
Yeah.
a bit hungry again a couple hours later. Uh, but yeah, McDonald's always is. I found it with the taco bell as well, but they were really small portions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, pizza always feel full because obviously the dough and that, and
Yeah.
you get some chips or whatever. So yeah, feel all right after them. Um, but again, I can do myself. I can cook for myself and still feel hungry
Mm.
afterwards. I mean, last night was a prime example. Fucking long day. Uh, Nipped into Asda, got a creamy pesto chicken pasta, and then it was 8 like baguette slices of the cheesy garlic bread. And I've had a bigger portion than what I've given to the missus because men just need to eat more. Um, 4 slices of this fucking cheese garlic bread. And because she's taking ages to eat, I wanted to rattle off the last 2 pieces of cheese garlic bread, but she's still eating. Look, by the time I'd finished mine, it looked like there was more on her plate as well. I don't get it, like because she spread it all out and that, and she's eating like one piece of pasta at a time. Like, just get it down your neck, man. Look, fair enough. I probably do eat a bit fast when I don't need to, but yeah, you're hungry.
It's
Plus, it
got,
was the only meal I'd had yesterday as well. So I'm fucking. It's like 7:30 at this point.
yeah, it's going
Hadn't eaten
down.
in like 23 hours, so I'm hungry. So it's like getting down my neck. So then I've gone into the kitchen, got a pack of crisps, and then after that, uh, so I don't know if I said it on the pod, but I know I told you for Christmas for the missus. No, for a birthday, it was I got these 2 snack boxes essentially. So it was like Oreos, Yorkies, which are for
Mm.
men, but like different chocolate bars and like chocolatey snacks and that. Kit Kats, toffee crisps. Well, there was 2 different boxes, but with the one of them, it was as you do with Amazon. You set it up as a subscription and you get it a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it was cheap anyway because it was like £13 for one of them and £16 for the other. And you worked it out per price of the chocolate bars and that. It was a bargain. So because I didn't cancel the subscription, another one came just after Christmas. So I've been snacking on them. They're fucking sound, man. So yeah, I had like 4 of them last night as well. So
Mm.
yesterday, in the space of like 45 minutes, I probably did have like 2,000 calories because of all that.
Yeah.
But again, because it's just in one portion, your body's like eating it up quicker with the way that the intermittent fasting
Yeah. I suppose the
works.
only way you got to worry about that is you don't have time to burn it off because you go to bed.
See,
That's the
now
only.
this is what I tried to
Yeah,
say to the missus as well. Like, I'd prefer to eat earlier rather than
yeah.
later.
Just so your
I'd have
body
dinner at
burns
like
off a
6
little.
o'clock,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
nah, she fucking goes on stupid with work sometimes, working late and that. So, yeah, look, because her office is upstairs now next to the bathroom, it weren't until 6:30 I was going for a shower. Because if she's on a conference call, I can't be in the bathroom having a shower with my
Yeah.
music blasting or whatever, because it's just going to fucking echo straight for her. So, yeah, I says we're going to have to come up with some system, like a sock on the door to say that she's got an important meeting or something, so I can't go into the bathroom. Or just like a little whiteboard. I'm not screwing in the light bulb for the YouTube viewers. A little whiteboard or notice board. You know, we
Yes.
don't want to be wrong here. We've got to be PC, haven't we? Fucking so a little blackboard or something that she can put busy,
Yeah.
not busy, and just like spin it
Yeah.
around or something.
Literally, yeah. That would probably be the best thing to do, innit?
Yeah, yeah. And she's like, "Oh, you can just come in now." I'm like, "I can't though because I've done it before already." You know, she's been working in this office upstairs for a week and a half now. I've done it once, and like, if looks could kill, I'd slap her. But
Oh,
yeah, I think we've got to come up with something because yeah, going for a shower at 6:30. You know, I was sitting there for like an hour or whatever, just in my work clothes still, and I hate that. I'd like to get straight
yeah.
out of it, get showered and that, and just get into your pajamas or whatever and chill.
And that's what people that work in offices will never understand. When you
Hmm.
do manual work as a work type, no matter,
Graft.
yeah. So, it just is, you just want to get back and have a shower and get out of the clothes.
Yeah, because again, like, so yesterday it was dusty work, like breaking up all this concrete and that. So my hair's caked in it, my
Mm.
beard, like literally. I know I've said it before on one of the earlier episodes, but washing my hair is a process. So in general, I've got my cheap shampoo. I'll do 2 washes. Then I've got my good shampoo. I'll do a wash with that.
Wait,
So essentially,
shampoo twice with the.
with the cheap stuff, it's twice because the hair's long. It
Ah,
doesn't it doesn't bubble all up
right.
essentially. So you have to do a pre-wash to partly soak it, wash it out, do another wash with the shampoo. It gets over all the hair. Then now that all my hair's properly wet, I can use my good shampoo to lather it all up, let that sit in for 5 minutes or whatever, wash the rest of the body, then it's fucking rinse all that out and then put the conditioner in. And you
Mm.
try and leave that in for at least 5 minutes as well. So that's already an effort as it is. But with yesterday, because of all the dust, I washed my hair 4 times because I could still feel bits of grit,
Yeah.
concrete, and stuff in it, and it was just horrible. And even after like I'd had my shower, it still felt as though it was a bit dusty, even though it wasn't. Like
Yeah.
it was clean. It had to have been clean. So in general, it's had 6 rinses at this point because it was 4 of the cheap shampoo, the one with the good shampoo, and then a conditioner afterwards as well. So it's clean. God, I can't even sound like a woman here
No.
because it's
We're just
just
covering all topics, mate.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
discriminate. That's all.
I
It's still a
know.
manly thing to do.
But it is, yeah.
Washing hair. You got to do it.
Well, we do, yeah. I won't get onto the beard routine at the moment, but I've got a proper little fucking time schedule inside the shower.
Yeah.
Long gone are them days where I could just have a quick 5 minute shower and then just like be out of the house. Fucking hell, man, it's terrible. But yeah. So I want to. I'd like to try and eat around 6, but it just never happens. But again, it helps because I do a lot of walking with a dog and that as well, and it's
Yeah.
it's exercise is exercise, isn't it?
See.
Yeah, I think we've rattled on for more than long enough.
Yeah. No. That's
Uh,
that's what they love. And now, from what they love to what I love, the emails.
yeah, we shall get these emails. Not out of the way with, but we shall. No, because that was like the natural thing that
Yeah.
come to me to say. But no, we shall progress onto the correspondence.
Yes.
Our lovely listeners. Uh, so we've got a new emailer here, Abby. So she says that she saw the pictures of the Yorkshire puddings that I posted
Mm.
on one of the YouTube videos. I don't know when it was. It was last year. But yeah, I remember talking about it and I posted it. So she says, yeah, it's in the picture of the Yorkshire puddings. Very nice. Love a roast dinner. and then she's asked, "What is your favourite meal, and what is your what do you like to cook the most?"
Ooh, okay. Do you want to go first?
Well, yeah. So in general, like, I've said it enough times. Doing a Sunday roast dinner,
yeah,
absolutely love it. But outside of that, I mean, I enjoy cooking in general. I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't as unhealthy as it is, like I'd have pizza several times a week.
mm,
I've done it before. I could easily do it all
yeah,
the time because I just do love it. Not just a plain one, you know. You got all your different toppings, your stuffed crusts, and fucking everything. But yeah, I do enjoy making a pizza from scratch as well because I've got the mixer, get the flour in, fucking do all that jazz. But it can be quite a long process because again, if I'm doing it from scratch, it's a full day essentially. You know, letting the dough rise and that you can't just do it within. You can, but to get it nice, you
mm,
can't just do it within half an hour. So yeah, otherwise, you know, you say just cook in general. I just enjoy it. I like doing a shepherd's or a cottage pie and all that.
mm.
Like, yeah, just suppose just good English food as some people.
Patriotic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people would see it really. But yeah, you're not really a chef, but
No, no, I am the kind of guy that slaps in the cooker,
yeah, some turkey dinosaurs.
25 minutes. Yeah, oh, mate, turkey dinosaurs, smiley face and beans. Yeah.
Just quickly, I'd seen I'm guessing it was a TikTok, but this woman was fucking raging that like her online shop from Tesco or whatever. She'd ordered a turkey for Christmas, and you know when they haven't got an item, so they'll
Yeah.
replace it with something else. They give her turkey dinosaurs.
Turkey, that.
So
Uh,
yeah, her Christmas meal was ruined. So yeah, sorry,
yeah.
not actual turkey dinosaurs, but yeah, still fucking.
Yeah.
I'll get them from time to time. The
Like,
old Bernard Matthews
yeah,
ones,
smiley
smell on
face
them.
with beans.
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
oh, mate. But yeah, the meal I like to cook the most is probably, well, I don't even cook it that often, but it's like an Italian chicken. That
Yeah,
because I can do that. It's not hard. I have cooked Mediterranean chicken stuff like that before, but my favorite meal is Japanese kind of food. So anything Japanese, sushi, bao buns, stuff like that.
anime.
Yeah, but no, have you? I mean, have you ever had Japanese food in terms of
Yeah, so not the sushi because I don't do the fish. I know you've
no?
said it before. It's
Yeah,
not just the
it's
fish,
not just
but
honestly, mate. You are
um,
missing out.
yeah,
You've got to stop being patriotic with your food, son.
I do venture out. You know, I do like a bit of Mexican food and that as well.
Mm.
Uh, not just eating it, but I like to tapas. Top joker.
Saying that subject, where's that? Do you remember Danny J? You
Oh
remember
mate,
this is you called about?
yeah, he flapped it. He fucking yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I bet he still listens as well. Like,
he's
oh,
still listens to angry
yeah,
still.
little fucking tickets.
So yeah, I would say I would say that I think Japanese at the moment is my favourite food. But I do have things where I do venture like in towards Mediterranean food. So sometimes I like moussaka. Yeah,
So right,
just
he says that. I was thinking of the fucking
not.
Lion King,
I,
Mufasa.
yeah, nah.
Uh,
There's I mean, there's some times where I haven't had something for so long and I just crave it. Yeah,
well, when we
that's one
was
of them at
looking
the
at
moment. Actually.
on Just Eat or whatever the other week, I love Jamaican food as well. I do,
Oh,
but fucking the
yeah,
missus don't like it. And there's a
yeah.
new place near me. And fucking, I was looking at a mutton curry and all that. I
Mutton
was like,
curry
oh
with the
god,
dumplings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have it with the
Oh, Cliff de
dumplings.
Cove. Sorry, Cliff de Cove. That's the other thing I'm on about as well. It's
I
like
don't think,
Mediterranean food.
yeah, I
So
don't think I've had that one.
fucking hell. Yeah, mate. We've got to get on fucking. I'm
Yeah.
starving.
Well, to be fair, before coming, no, because the 8 hours window had finished. Sorry, the 16-hour window of me fasting had finished. So I thought, I know when I get back, I'm gonna have a couple of tins anyway.
Right.
So I had 2 little pork pies and a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
That's started off. Otherwise, the missus is doing some beef shin recipe tonight.
Mm.
So God knows what time
Yeah.
we'll be eating
I've got steak tonight.
steak
Yeah.
dinner.
So
Chips or mash?
no.
Veg.
Yeah.
What veg you got with you?
I don't
Bit of
know.
broccoli,
And then we're gonna
asparagus,
do a bit of pasta as well, have you? Just
steak and pasta.
yeah. It's just something that we.
What? Like, so as a little side dish, like a little mac and cheese with it.
No mac and cheese. It's just pasta steak.
Never
No,
thought about having
we've never.
pasta with steak.
we've never done it before, but that's just what we're going with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's tonight. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
Abby, thank you so much for your
Yeah. Thanks for
email.
that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
And because we haven't done it when we normally do, anyone that does want to send in an email, it's the email address is realtalkingpod@gmail.com. Twitter, X is @Ash and JD. On the YouTube, and all the links are always in the description underneath the title. You know where it is. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's always there, and we do appreciate it. Send them in. Questions, would you rather's, really need some advice, we'll give it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for the
think I
real
like
stuff.
giving the advice ones. You know, like them ones, because.
Well, yeah, because especially
just,
because it's two different opinions. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm sure there's some advice in there somewhere. But we'll get on to it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Steve again. So he's asked, what did you find out about your teacher or a teacher that shocked you? So when I read this email, I was racking my brain. I couldn't think really of any teachers that done anything strange or mad or anything.
And also, it's a bit weird that he's just asked this. And today, as I was filling up my car, one of my old school teachers now works in the petrol station,
Secondary school or primary?
primary.
So I wouldn't even know that.
Yeah, honestly.
Well,
So you know when you just see someone's face, you know who it is, and because she spoke and she had like a weird twang, and I was like, yeah, yeah. So sorry, yeah. What was the question?
I remember one teacher's name from primary school, Miss Powell, but I wouldn't even recognise her if I fucking saw her. I know she wouldn't recognise me, but
Yeah,
it's the only name that comes to mind of a primary school teacher.
I mean, we are talking like over 20 years ago, and she wasn't even a form tutor. It was the teacher you didn't want to have. So I think that's why I recognised her.
So speaking of teachers you didn't want to have, this was the only one that kind of came into mind. Was Mr. Dobby. Well, fuck him anyway. I don't care about saying his name. Robbie Dobby. But like, he was just a strange character.
He was a strange guy, mate.
Like, he always looking scruffy. He was the only, like, he had the only classroom that had the metal gate things outside the windows, because not everyone, but a majority of students would throw stones at the windows and they kept breaking. I know, yeah, usually happens when you throw stones and bricks at windows, doesn't it? But
it was
it was
quite
just,
it was quite of a mad school, wasn't it? To be honest, when in hindsight,
yeah, it was
some of
just
the stuff we see.
yeah, it was a bunch of weirdos, to be fair. But yeah, he shouldn't have been a teacher. Always lacked effort. Right, I had him. The only subject that, well, I had him for, and the only subject I failed on the GCSEs was his lesson, electronics, and it was just because every lesson was just fucking just go to page 32 or whatever.
Yeah, and read the book. Yeah,
It's like, no, you're not teaching us that. Fucking, like, the amount of kids that fucking had rows with him. I remember Austin launching one of those big brown tables across the room and that as well. They have heavy tables as well. They were. But like, he just, like, he'd swear back at the students and that as well, because he just didn't. How he still had a job, I don't know. Because I think at one point he was a form tutor for one of the classes as well. And it's like, how are you still fucking working?
He was definitely a form tutor, because we've got a pal that was in his form, and then so in our school, I don't know how it is now or whatever, but you used to have form the first like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then you'd go to your first lesson.
Yeah.
So our mate had form with him, and then had a lesson with him. Went to form, then whacked the lesson. Like, and then when he was like,
so wagging was just skipping school, like skipping the class.
So he skipped class. So he went to form, skipped the class after with the same teacher, and then when he was saying his name, like in the registrar, Leslie Graham. Leslie Graham. I just saw Leslie on the field walking home, literally as he was saying it. Oh my god!
But it's like the audacity to like have your form room, your home room, as like what it is with America and that. Like, to be sitting there, involved in that, getting the brief for the day and that, and then fucking just you literally don't have to move, just stay in your seat, but no, he's got up, left.
It's harder for him. Yeah, it was harder for him to skip. Like he was going to get caught. He went to form.
The only lesson he had to be in on that day as well.
Yeah. So he could have skipped. He could have went home after, but I seen him the next day and I told him, I was like, what'd you do? He went, I went home. So we came into school for 15 minutes. But that was another thing. Our school was so easy just to leave, walk out the front door, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember year 7 how easy that was?
Well, yeah, it was just
Literally
straight
just
out
walk,
the
yeah,
gate.
straight
wasn't
out.
it? Yeah, because even when we was a little bit older, you just walked out the main fucking glass doors and then you was out onto the street.
That's it, yeah.
Fucking-
But yeah,
yeah.
but going back to the questions, there's not really anything that we found out really that's shocked because the whole school was pretty shocking. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
you're seeing kids, like, you know,
Yeah, all sorts of stupid stuff, like. But yeah, it's not like any teachers came out as fucking nonsense the kids or any. Like, I suppose at the time we probably thought Mr. Gerber was a bit weird, the German IT teacher. But I suppose that was just because he was German.
it was South Africa.
Did we have a German teacher as well then?
Maybe Mr. Gerber. Was it maybe I'm the IT?
I'm,
The
yeah,
IT?
I'm sure Gerber was German.
The computer man?
Yeah.
No, it was South African. He was showing me his house. He was showing me his house in South Africa. It
So
was
sorry, you want to tell us?
Actually, looking back, that's a bit suspect, Eddie. No, but he was just saying, but yeah, maybe I'll have to think about stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah.
some block memories
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Where was he when he was showing you his house?
but it was
he
allowed.
behind you? Where was his fingers? Not on the piano. Stroking them keys. Oh, God.
DJ. Do you remember that? DJ.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't think we really had any.
yeah. Sorry about that, Steve. I mean, if you've got anything, please let us know.
Yeah. How many teachers touched you up?
Yeah.
And then Kirsty, she's emailed in again.
Mhm.
Obviously, last week she asked how it is for yourself being a new dad. And then, so now she's asked, well, she said, good to hear, well, all happy and all that, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think you will have any more kids?
No. 100%. So, do I go deep? So,
Well, you
no,
don't need to.
no, I won't go deep. No, I won't go deep with it. No, obviously we've lost a few beforehand, so Kobe coming obviously special, and if it's just meant to be,
Mm.
and I think it's just timed right. I think obviously more mature now and everything. So no, I would say no, because then one's a handful. I can only imagine how. Well, I can't imagine because one's a handful. But no, you'd have to start thinking about, especially if it's a boy, getting a bigger house
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. But no, it's just I'm gonna go no. As it stands at the moment, I can't see myself having any more. Can you see yourself having any kids though, Joe?
Well, yeah, at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if I did say it on the pod. I'm sure I'll say to you, but basically, whenever the missus says she's ready, then
Yeah.
fucking yeah, same. Yeah, I ain't too bothered because I do wind her up sometimes. I'll say when we have the twins, and then that cracks her up.
Oh,
She's like,
mate.
we ain't having twins. But twins runs in my family, so
Mate,
yeah.
no, I mean, sometimes I think, I was thinking about this. Is it easy to have kids while you're younger? But it's not. It doesn't matter. It's got to be timed right. Timing's everything.
Yeah, I always felt like because we was in school and people were starting to have kids
Yeah.
and that, and it was stupid. Like if you can't look after yourself, I feel that it's unfair.
Yeah. So the one thing I will say about having a kid now is obviously you have the benefit of being more financial backed. You've got
Yeah,
you've
you're
got
stable.
you're more stable. You're more headstrong.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're young, you can run off 3 hours sleep. You can run on. You don't get phased as easy, I don't think. But
Yeah, but I don't sleep much in general anyway, so I don't think that's going to bother me. With the dog always up and down.
but twins, oh mate, twins. Oof.
I don't know. I'll just fucking crack on, innit?
Mate,
Like, you just have to, don't
yeah,
you?
you would have to.
Yeah.
You get one down, and then the other one starts crying and makes the other one up. Oh.
But always, like, as a sort of like thought about it when I was younger, because I haven't really thought about it for a while. Like, if I did have twins, I'd play them off against each other. But like, your daddy's favourite, and then like go to the other one, your daddy's favourite, and just let them fight.
I don't know if that's pretty mean.
Yeah, and it'd be funny just watching them fight each other. Like, no, I'm the favourite.
Even if it's a boy and a girl.
Yeah. More so
the
then.
girl keep beating him up.
Still banging.
A guy be. Yeah, but no, thanks for your email, Kirsty. Yeah, as it stands, no, I won't be having any more.
And I take it she's not planning on having any kids yet. Not because of lack of trying, maybe, but just not having a fella, not being settled down.
I was like, where you going with this, man?
Just thought, just
No, she don't
too
need to
much
settle
push on
down. She
fucking
got,
some people, ain't
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. She's young.
that's it. Too young for kids. But yeah, thanks for that, Cars.
Yeah, thank you.
And then Lauren,
Mm,
she asked us about the autocorrect last week.
yes.
So she's actually, because we says, let us know what your autocorrect files have been. And so she says, I've had all the typical autocorrect fails, texting to wrong people, Snapchat gone wrong, the lot. Too embarrassing to dish out on the pod, though.
No, it's
So,
not embarrassing. That's what we're here
I
for.
know,
Just get it out.
we've given out some stories.
Well, I mean, you gave out quite a few.
Well,
To be honest.
I've got more embarrassing things to say than
Honest-
you
I- honestly, I think if we could go like all out, there could be some really outrageous stuff. But obviously, yeah, but
Yeah, there's some stuff that, like, either until we're earning money because we've got a good audience, look, not that you aren't good, I mean like a big audience, or if we was doing the Patreon thing behind the paywall or something,
yeah,
there's some stuff that I can't say. Well, I don't know, just get me a fucking few drinks more safe then. uh, so yeah, she's battled it on that, but then she's asked the question. Um, so she's tired of a job, not earning enough. Do you think it's unprofessional to tell my boss that I'm going to hand him a notice if he doesn't increase my salary?
uh, no. But what I would do, I wouldn't go in there saying, if you don't give me a pay rise, I'm going to leave. I would just ask for a pay rise and give your valid points. Because obviously, you
Hmm.
must feel you deserve a pay rise. Why
Yeah,
you deserve it, and then see what he says. Because you don't want to put him in a position where he's threatened, like it's this or one way or another. You want
yeah,
to
yeah,
give him time just to realize what you're saying, take in what you're saying. If you think you're working than your colleagues, you're hitting more deadlines or whatever it may be.
yeah,
You
yeah.
just got to throw that out. Just tell him what you're good at and what you're overachieving at,
Hmm.
and just let him know that way. I wouldn't go with the attitude, if you don't give me a pay rise, I'm gonna quit. But then obviously, if you don't get what you want, then quit. If you're not happy,
Yeah.
obviously just probably find another job in between and do it that way.
Well, yeah, it's always best to be in work and looking for
Yeah,
work
yeah.
than not in work.
That's what I would say,
But
actually.
yeah, I think you got to be strategical about it.
Mm.
You got to be prepared for the conversation. So essentially, like, as you were saying, you got to, like, be able to prove that you're worth the value. If you're doing more than fucking that dickhead sitting opposite you, then
Mm.
just say, look, we're on the same wage. I'm covering half of their stuff.
Yeah,
It needs to be, like, balanced back out properly a bit because this isn't fair.
yeah.
Um, I mean, again, it kind of depends on what you're doing. Because if it's, well, no, I was going to go off on the stupid one. Then I was going to say, if you just fucking work in McDonald's, then
No.
it's not going to be. But if you are working in McDonald's and you're making more fucking Big Macs than that dickhead, then you should.
In any walk of life, if you're doing more than the person next year and everyone knows it, you should get paid more than the
Yeah,
person
yeah,
next year. It's
yeah.
it's just, but obviously life isn't that fair and it doesn't always work. But that's why people, I don't say cheat the system, but it's people just are happy turning up, doing enough
Yeah, doing the
just
bare
so
minimum.
nothing gets noticed,
Yeah, yeah.
and then collecting the wage and going out. And there's people that see those people that are doing that, but doing that, not necessarily. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you want to pay a rise for whatever reason, you've got to let that reason be known and
Hmm.
just back yourself.
Yeah. Um, I
What
found that.
I was sorry, Jav, I was going to say,
Sorry.
because you've never had to ask for pay rise, or have you? Because obviously you're quite
No,
self-employed.
yeah, so uh, 14, 15, whatever it was, from the work experience, doing the weekend job and that from there. I mean, we were still in school, so,
Mm,
just earning money was fucking sound, even though that was good enough money. I mean, we're talking about like 18 years ago, I was getting, um, I don't know, like 30 to £50 a day off the top of my head as a fucking 15-year-old. that's
Uh,
fucking good money just for making sandwiches. Like,
yeah.
you know, because it was Quiznos Subs, which is the same as Subway's basically. Um, yeah, so laughing then, and then the only other company, uh, well, no, sorry, when me uncle put me through my apprenticeship for the electrics,
Yeah.
when I was qualified in the end, he was still paying me the apprentice wage, but I was running jobs. I
Yeah.
was taking the full lead, doing the jobs from scratch myself and that. So that was why I left him because we had the argument and like, no,
Mm.
you can't still pay me that when I'm earning you the big money because I've got this
Yeah.
qualification now. And then the other one, it was that was just a standard wage doing accounts rewires. Um, but it leads on to what I was gonna say then anyway. I think the most important thing when it comes to work, now, not everyone is going to be able to get to this point, but you got to be happy,
You got
not
to.
necessarily with what you're doing, but where you're working. So if you're not happy with what you're doing, but you're happy with the people around you,
Yeah.
or the other way around,
Yeah. Or the pay makes up for it. It's got to have that
yeah,
really fine balance, and it's really fine
it,
because
yeah,
obviously some days are going to be up, some days are going to be down. But
mm,
as long as majority, it's in that nice balance zone.
yeah.
It's going to be. It must be so hard to have the perfect job.
Well, it is, yeah. See, because
So the perfect balance job, I should say.
yeah,
Really.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to earn more money.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm quite fortunate because I do love what I do.
Yeah.
You know,
And no one's your boss though, as well.
well, no,
Yeah.
you know, we all work as a team. The group that I work together with, um, but yeah, look, so I'm happy. Like, yeah, I prefer to earn more money, but I earn a reasonable amount for what I do. I, what cracks me up is when I see like the likes of these carpet fitters that were on the one job, and they were earning fucking, I think it was like £350 a day for fitting carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, you just fit carpet, like that's ridiculous. Like, whereas I do literally almost everything.
Mm.
Like, I can do gas, don't touch it though, because I haven't got that ticket. You know, do all the flooring, electrics, general plumbing. You know, the kitchens, decorating, fucking everything. Like, so yeah, I think.
And also, that must be expensive carpet then, if you're paying.
Nah, it was fucking. It was in an apartment block and that. It was just generic, like not as good
Yeah.
as your carpet and that. Just fucking because it was for
So for
rented
like, obviously,
apartments.
you'd wanna if you're paying that much, obviously, it's got to come from a fancy shop.
Nah, nah.
Fucking hell.
Fucking. It was a company in Solihull actually.
Mm.
I don't know what they were called now, like, but yeah, they were travelling over to Worcester for that job.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah, for what I do, as I said, I'd love to earn more money. We all do, but
It,
otherwise, yeah, I'm happy
yeah.
with what I do. So that's
Yeah.
why it's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
As I said, as long as your overall balance is you're happy with, that's it. That's where you want to
Mm,
get to. But I will say this: I've asked for 3 pay rises. Yeah, and
mm,
I've got 2. Uh, the one, he did give me a pay rise as such, but he was cash in hand at the time.
yeah, yeah,
But Lauren, I will say this: just go in, be brave, tell him what you should and what you're trying to get better at. So he
yeah,
can't say to you, "Oh, well, you don't do this as good as Fingerbob," because you're acknowledging where you do need improving. But then if you improve that that sector of your work, then obviously you can go back to him then and say, "I've improved. Where's my pay rise?"
yeah.
But yeah, don't go in with the attitude of "Give me a pay rise" or "I'm quitting." Tell him what you're good at.
And that's an important word there. Attitude.
Yeah,
You gotta make it seem like a natural conversation. You know, because we see all too often with these people with the snotty attitude, the wrong attitude. You know, just be professional about it.
yeah.
That's all it can be.
Oh, if you do get any sarky, like if you do get like any, because you know what these middle management's like, they're fucking up their own asses, and
Hmm.
if you do get any sarky comments back or anything you feel uncomfortable with, I would just say, look, obviously, conversation not going where it needs to go. Obviously, it's going to turn into an argument, so just take yourself out that, just take yourself out the room
Yeah.
because it just blow up then. Because obviously, you know,
Well, I do see some of them where they'll like record the process on the
mm,
phone, so they've got it as proof.
yeah,
Or again, I've seen some of them do it like via email, so it's all written
yeah,
down.
so you can see the correspondence. But
Yeah,
I always feel it's face to face, you get more reaction because you
Yeah,
can
because you can read the
you
room,
can read
can't
the
you?
room, yeah, and
Mm.
you can see if someone wants to and generally can't, or someone that can and just generally won't.
Mm.
There's over emails, just like can't do it, whatever. But just let us know how that goes, please.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
interesting to.
yeah. Otherwise, in the meantime as well, while you're doing that prep, just look for other jobs. What you There's no harm in looking anyway. Is that
No,
just have a mooch around and like if you see something you think that you might fancy and if the wage is all right for it and that, then just have a punt on that as well. Any
that's it.
there's no hardship. But yeah, definitely let us know where you get on with that. And last but not least, there was the email from Jess a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, which was a good email. Do you
Yeah.
want to tell the listeners
So as the
backstory?
reminder, she was telling us how her fella pleased himself a lot. So
Mm.
he's a master debater.
But he does it,
Um,
boy. She's in.
while she's at home,
Yeah.
and so she was wondering if like she was making a big
Mm.
deal out of like thinking it's a problem, whatever. And we, as we do, we give our advice, had a bit of a laugh, but we needed to know
Yeah,
more
we need. Yeah.
details. We just couldn't give the right, real advice without knowing what's going on. And so we finally got the reply. I say finally, it's only been a couple of weeks, but it's nice to get a bit of like more context out of the situation. Uh, so she started off with saying she thought that their sex life was fine.
Mm.
I've tried to drop some hints to get a conversation started, but he brushes past it onto something else. Have you got any more real talk advice? And that's what she put. So fair play,
Right.
getting the words
Right.
in.
So she's tried to bring it up, and he kind of like brushes it off and don't want to have the chat.
Yeah. So to me, he knows, or not, well, he knows what he's doing. It depends on how she's trying to bring it up, but he knows that he's fucking cranking it off too much.
Mm.
And look, because she wants to have the conversation, he's scared. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to have this conversation, but
Is
uh,
it more of embarrassment? That's why he doesn't want to have it.
yeah, he
Do you
probably
think
is
so?
embarrassed. Yeah,
Because how do you bring up? You wank yourself off all the time, and I'm in the next room. That's the one thing, obviously, that I don't get if they're in the same house who's doing it at the same
yeah.
time.
I imagine like the way she's trying to bring it up is like, oh, you was in the bathroom a long time then, weren't you?
Uh,
Like, because I don't know how she's gonna really bring it up without just having the conversation. Like, fucking hell, you've had another wank again today without me.
yeah. I,
Like,
su- I suppose the one. Go on, you start with this one. I'll follow your lead on this because.
my my main advice for this really would be like, because if you're not just gonna come out of it and say, look, you're wanking a lot. Like, is it something about me,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
are you not happy with our sex life? If you're not going to have that full conversation, which it can be a scary one, I'd imagine. But like, yeah, if you're not going to have that, then just looking. Let's assume he's in the bedroom while he's doing this on this particular
mm,
scenario. So he's gone up to the bedroom, like I don't know, said he's going to play the PlayStation or whatever.
yeah. Put the hub on.
Yeah, and he starts like getting down to the nitty gritty. So with that, then I'd say you should just fucking go into the room and just get involved. Like, just say, do you want a hand with that? And just like, looks like you got your hand full there, mate. Fucking, and just go over and start helping out and see if that can try and like get him into being more open about like fucking getting into it.
Yeah, because it's obviously something he doesn't want to seem to talk about. Beans, he's brushing it off. So
Yeah.
I think,
He probably is like, just overly like a real high sex drive, and that's why he's doing it fucking a lot. Um, but
or as he asked her before, like, can you do this? Can you do this? And she's been like, no.
well,
That's what she's got to think about.
yeah. So if
If he's
now
asked before,
this is we've kind of touched on it before. If he's asking for weird shit, like if he's saying, "Can I shit on your chest" or something,
mm,
then fair enough, say no to that unless you're into it. But if he's trying to fucking or had tried to, like we're doing a lot of assuming here now, aren't we? If he's tried to open up before and say, "Oh, can you know, spank me or something," can you slip a finger up my ass while wanking me off or whatever, doing a little reach around. Then some stuff you gotta be open to. But yeah, you know, you got to be comfortable with it at the
Yeah,
same time.
uh,
If it's
yeah,
pushing boundaries, if he wants to be fucking like just in a
yeah.
nappy or something while fucking sucking on a tit and that's weird.
The one thing I do I will say this. I do agree with your approach. I think when she knows when you know he's doing it, just be kind of like passive aggressive with it, get involved.
Yeah,
But it makes me think, why is he doing it? Look, while she's in the house but not involved.
yeah,
There's got is he too kinky? Is he something that he's embarrassed about? He's getting a kink from. So I think you've got to be an adult and just have the conversation, just in the
yeah.
moment. You know, in the moment you bring stuff up like that. Obviously, every relationship's different. So whenever you're having one of your moments,
More conversations like that tend to end in arguments. So yeah,
like maybe boys, he's got his hands full. Yeah,
we're assuming the
yeah,
fall.
yeah, well, yeah. You just go and be player two when he goes up and plays your computer or something. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Or just like just nonchalantly
It,
just walk in. Like fair enough if he's in the bathroom, like sitting on the toilet, don't do it. Like because that it
it's
shouldn't be done in the bathroom.
it's mad
But
because we need so much content from
I
this
know
because you need every
it could be
scenario.
a
Yeah,
full episode.
yeah,
But yeah, like so if still on the instance he's in the bedroom, just
get
bowl in
involved.
nonchalantly and just lie on the bed next to him, and just start freaking yourself up on that as well, or just fucking let it crack on like that. Because like if it was me and it was the missus fucking doing that all the time, then that's what I'd do. I'd just like go in the room and be like, yeah, let's fucking go there. Like I'd try and get
Mm,
involved, because you know fucking like a lot of things in life when it's there, you got to take your opportunities when you got them.
yeah,
So yeah, I'd be like that, but yeah, I get it's a hard conversation to have, but you just got to have it, because otherwise it's not going to change.
yeah.
You know,
You got to be brave.
yeah, it's like if you're trying to get someone to get off the drugs or the ale or something, you got to all starts off with a conversation.
I
You
think.
know, and they've got to be willing to change as
Mm,
well.
I think you know. Fuck yeah. I think if you want to have the conversation, you've got to have the conversation in terms of because you never if you don't do it now, you never will because it's just always going to be that. You remember when you used to just wank? What was going on there? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, if you
You know, like
it
10
could be
years.
brought up,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
in
So
that sort of petty way,
just
yeah,
just have the conversation, see what happens from it. No judgment.
yeah.
No. And then let us know what what the outcome is.
Mm. So I'd be on the wind up as well, but you know,
You making it worse though.
yeah, but I'm
Is it?
like that though. Yeah, I'm fucking.
He might like that. Never know though, innit?
Again, it might be a bit of a kink like that then, really. And like the fact that he could get caught, like she could
Yeah,
walk in
that
at
could
any
be his
point.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, why not? Just ask him. Just have the conversation, and
I think literally she has just got to go. Why do you keep doing this?
yeah, why are you wanking without me
Yeah,
and not on me? um. So yeah, appreciate you getting back to us, and
yeah. No, thank you for that, and thank you for everyone that's emailed in.
yeah, always appreciate. But yeah, just have the conversation, keep us posted. Uh, you know, just be open and honest about it all, and then keep us updated like what
Yeah.
Kirsty does. Always love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should leave it there. A little bit longer than the average episode, but you know, if you're still here, I'm sure you've enjoyed it. Don't know what wouldn't. Fucking
Yeah.
amazing. All this real talk. Um,
Knowledge.
so, yeah, links are all in the descriptions. And yeah, send us all your emails. Uh, oh, none of them have actually said any of their New Year's resolutions either. So if you got any of them, let us know. Uh, are you on a diet yourself? I don't know, less drinking or whatever. Dry Januaries, fucking gay. But yeah, let us know your details. Or just keep it real, any fucking. And on that bombshell, Ashley's distracted on his phone, not looking at the camera.
No,
So
that was
we'll end
just
it.
because the PT's actually sent me my workout plan. So he's just
we'll say that for next week's episode then. Week 1 on Diet Ash. No more dad bod.
That's it.
And we'll see you later then.
Bye-bye.
Peace.